Okay, so now what I'm going to do, let's go ahead and I'm going to try to join this body up to the pants. Well, I could keep these pants separate. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this character yet. I might do some other maneuvers to it. What I'm going to do, though, here is to join up these two pieces. What if I start thinking about how they're going to join up? What if I grab, say, this? I don't need those faces there. We just kind of need these ones, maybe. Okay, maybe I'll just kind of quickly do something like this, and I'll move this up. Okay, so you can make the hips in here. Okay, great. Something else I want to do here is let's get the multi-cut tool out, because I'm thinking about how these two pieces are going to join up. And I'm thinking I could maybe use a little bit more geometry right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut from here to here, say, right-click, finish that. And if I hold down Control, I can put something through there, and then do this. And I got stuck with this triangle here, and I usually like to have quads. If you're just going to do a quick maneuver like this, and then right-click, and then you can come in here and grab that edge, and ooh, there, you're in quad land again. Okay. And this might even help with some of the vertices in the kind of neck area too, to kind of get a bit more definition around the collarbone and stuff. Okay, and so that gives me an extra edge loop down here that's going to match up with this. I should grab the vertices here because they're not looking very nice. They're not right up against the grid, so I'm just going to hold down X and snap them into place. Okay, great. And here, let's just do it. Let's grab this, and I'm just going to go here to Mesh and hit Combine. And I'm just going to delete the history right away. That got rid of my instance. That's okay. And just go back here to Edit and Duplicate Special and pop it onto the other side so you can see what the hell I'm doing. And as I'm joining these things up, maybe I'll put on my mesh tools here. I'm going to use, let's see, if I have my Create Polygon tool there, and then I have my Append Polygon tool there, that makes me quite happy. I'm just going to be appending, and I'll append from here to here. And I can do here to here. Oh, you bastard! Okay, there to there. Okay, great. And let's see, when I get to the back, I notice I got a similar problem I just had to the front, so maybe I go back and I get my multi-cut tool, maybe somewhere around here. Sometimes you'll notice that there's bones that kind of stick out here, part of the spine sticks out here in this area, so a little bit of extra geometry could be helpful. It could. I'm just going to go ahead and put it there, and then I'll just kind of pop a line down there, clean this up, and then if I will go dook, dook, book, there we go. Take that edge out of here, and again, I've cleaned it up and kept myself in quads. Okay, and let's go back here, and I'm going to get my append tool out again, and I'll append from here to here, and for some reason it missed, whatever. Okay, and then we start to get to this area. This is starting to get a bit stretched. How about we hit this one to there? Okay, great. And then you can see this is going to get all kind of kitey right here, and I'll go ahead and do that. I didn't even actually take a look. I should have looked at this, but I do believe my poly count, I know I'm going to end up with kites right here. An object is currently being edited. Okay, what if I hit enter? Okay, and then I hit G. Okay, whatever I just hit, I lost it. Okay, there. Okay, great. And hit G. Do I need to kite anything? It looks like this isn't going to work out quite the way I'd hoped. Okay. And I end up with something nasty over here. And I don't know if I like this. Just fill it up, just any... Oh, you stupid piece of crap. There we go. And there to there. Enter. I do have triangles right there. If I did get my multi-cut, I could kind of cut from here to here, and those are quads. It's not really nice geometry flow. I might have to come up with another way to look at this. But, if I come in and I start Control-Alt-Delete, get rid of the history, I might get to my sculpt tool, and I noticed, I can't remember if I said this in the last one, there's if you go and you right click and you go to paint, boop, if you go to your sculpt here, you get the good old sculpt tool, and this, I like this much better. And you can see I can quickly come in with the relax on and relax my butt. Okay, maybe I'll make my brush bigger, and as I do this, I get nice geometry flow. Okay, and I don't like that hip at all. I'm just thinking about ways to get rid of this and make it look nicer, because I don't like the way it's going. I kind of want to, I think I'm going to work a horseshoey kind of shape up into it here. Okay, and let's get out of there. And I'm just going to pause for a second while I think about this. Okay, so I've just been sitting here staring at it, thinking about it, going, well, you know, if I went in here and I took this edge and I took this edge and I just deleted those. And I'm going to take this one and let's spin that. And I know that my hotkeys are screwed up on my keyboard, so I've got to go over here to Edit Mesh and spin. I'm just going to pop that onto my shelf here, spin there. And so now I've spinned that over to here. And what if I did the same thing here? Okay, and as soon as I do that, I've got quads. They're a little bit on the distorted side, but if I go back and I grab my, oops, where the hell am I at? I guess I just have to right click. Okay, and where's paint, sculpt, boom. And I come in and I do that, and magic. Okay, and I've relaxed it, and so I've got this one there, one little pole right there, and I'm going to have it end up with a pole down here somewhere, but that's not looking too bad. So I've kind of cleaned it up, and there. Okay, that's not bad. And anything else I want to do up in here? No, I should be good. So we've tied that in. Now we want to look at the foot, and so a foot, I'm just going to make a socky foot. I'm not going to bother making anything too elaborate. And maybe I'll pop in some knee action here, and we can sculpt and move that around and make it look like a knee. What if I go here to the right view for a second and grab some vertices and pull them down, and maybe these ones here will go up a little bit. Sometimes it's nice to have this up angle as you're doing this, so they kind of, you have a definite control over where it's going to fold. But also, too, you sometimes might even want one going the other way, because it actually helps keep the volume when it's bending and deforming. So there's a couple different ways of thinking about this, but for now I'll do something like this. Whoop. Okay, and don't want that to get too folded in. Okay, maybe this here. Sometimes I find that this ends up looking a bit better if it looks like that. It's got a bit of a flow. You find that from the back to the front typically, if you have these higher to the front and then lower to the, or higher in the back and lower as you come to the front, that looks a bit better. And what else are we going to do with the feet? The feet, let's go and create some feet. So I'm going to go here to polygons, and I'm going to create a sphere. Okay, I got my sphere. And whoop. Okay, great. I'm just going to go and do something like, if I hold down J, do something like that. I'm going to reduce the polys. And let's see, I'm going to go for 12 this time around. Let's take a look what that looks like. Does that look like a foot? Perfect. Just like a foot. 12 by 12. Okay, in the height, let's take that down a couple more notches. We'll say 10-ish. 10-ish, anyone? And whoop. Do something like this. And if I go in here and I grab this edge and I do the edge loop, I'm holding down Control, edge loop, and delete. Dook. And hit G. And I can keep getting rid of this, and it will stop when it hits that little point in the front. There, it's looking a bit more shoeish. Okay, and I can do things like take these things in the front and I'll delete those. Whoop. And if I grab my multi-cut tool, I can multi-cut my way over there. Okay. What if I go in here and I grab this edge, this one and this one, delete them, and I go back over here and use my multi-cut tool again, and I'll cut from there to there. Boom! Okay, so that's kind of looking like a foot. Not really that great, though. It looks kind of strange. So maybe if I go in here and I grab this and I hit my soft selection. Okay, and I pull this in a bit. This in a bit. Maybe this over a bit. Got large feet for a lady. Okay. And then what if I grab, say, these vertices here? Let's just turn the soft selection off. Okay, so that's not looking too bad. A little bit big in the foot, that one. Okay, so let's just move my pivot point. I'm just holding down D and I can move my pivot point back here and scale this down. We don't want her to have too big a feet. Okay, and yeah, I can also take this and let's grab some of these vertices here. Scale that down, and boom, we got the foot. And I gotta check and see what do I have here. When I look, this here has how many edges going around? Let's get rid of that. This has got 24 edges going around. What? Oh, it's because I probably got that on the other side, so I got 12. Okay, and then this one here has, if I go and I take a look at, say, this, and this, and I want to join that up to this, that's got, it says tries. 1, 2, 3. I have got 10, so I'm missing 2. So in order to join this up, I need a couple more edges. So I'm just going to go in here and I'll grab, say, this one maybe, edge ring and split. And if I take this face, this one, and I delete them, and I make sure that this thing here, those faces at the bottom, are deleted as well. Okay. Just going to bring this back a bit more. So we've got a bit more of a heelish thing going on in here. And I take these two pieces, and I go in and I hit Mesh, Combine, and I delete the history right away. And I go in here and I grab all the edges down here. I'm just over selecting. If I have any other open holes, I can't do this. But if I grab all these, it doesn't matter what I have selected. I can go in here and hit Bridge, and it bridges together. And didn't do a very nice offset here, so I'm just going to go in. And where was it? This way? There. Perfect. So now my foot's joined up. This looks like crap. So right here, if I go in and maybe I'll use the average vertices. I've already got that on my shelf. There, just going to average those things. What if I grab these ones down here and I do the same thing? Okay, great. I'll just back off of there and I'll hit G a few times and boom, I've got a foot kind of joined up on here. And what else here? If I go in and look, I've got a triangle here and a triangle on the other side. What if I just take this edge and I'm going to take this one over here and delete them. And then I can just grab my multi-cut and I can probably cut the foot all the way over to here. Boop. There, great. And if I want to make kind of a socky foot, I could probably just go in and pop in an edge loop through here. Okay, flatten that out a bit. And if I grab this edge loop that's going along this side here, and I missed this. Okay, great. And if I just scale it in a bit, I can round it off a tiny bit. Okay, something like that. That looks fine. The ankle's looking a little bit thick. If I go in and grab this, and I can scale that down and get myself something ankleish looking. And what does that look like on her leg? That looks kind of weird. I have a tendency to prefer this kind of little S curve that goes into the leg. Okay, and I can pop in more edge loops to kind of even this out. And it also feels like I could put something in here for getting a better knee. And maybe that one breaks that up too. I feel like I just need a couple more there. And also too, if I go in here and I kind of like this shape, but I don't like my geometry flow, it kind of sucks. I'm just going to go in here and grow the selection. If I find that paint tool again, right click, and I go down here to paint, and I go to sculpt, and I have relax on, I can just hit flood a few times too. Okay, and there, that gives me that shape that I was looking for. And anything else feels like boop. Feels like this is kind of stretching out a bit here. Okay, maybe I'll wonder if I can under the heel if that's going to keep that form still. Okay, great. And maybe I'll just do a couple of insert edge loops. There. Maybe one more here, just because I know this area is going to deform a bit. And if I don't like how this is kind of very squared off here, don't forget that you can go back up and I'll hit that edit flow there, and that just makes my life a little bit quicker. Okay, good. And what are we at? 15-minute mark. And if I go in and do the edit, duplicate special, what are we looking at? We got a body. Okay. Not the best body, but still we're getting kind of a nice general shape. Actually, her head needs to be stretched out a bit more and things. One other thing, maybe if we're going to make the nude body, we might as well, let's see, I could actually put something a bit more around the butt here so I can get kind of a bit more of the cheek going on. Also, too, we can, yeah, because it feels like I need something there, put the breast in. What time is it? 60 minutes. I can do this on another video.